Well, it's been great in our Fresh Encounter each week to hear how God is working around the globe through our missionaries. And tonight we have our missionary with us to Nigeria, Mark Holmes. Mark, thank you for taking time out of your schedule to be with us tonight.
Sure. Glad to be with you.
Would you take just a minute and tell our church family where in Nigeria you are serving and how long have you been on the field?
We've been in Nigeria, West Africa. It's the most populous country in Africa. We arrived in June of 2005, and Lancaster has been supporting us since October of 2007 when we were a part of your missions conference during one of our furloughs.
So as a missionary on the field in Nigeria since 2005, what are some of the big things that God has allowed you to see?
We started our first church in just about a year after we were working with a veteran missionary. Truth Baptist Church is now the home of a full-time Bible college and a part-time Bible institute. Through the college and the institute, we now have 160 graduates. And so far, those graduates have started 50 churches. 2008, the year before we started our college, we began holding pastors' conferences. We now do 6 of those throughout the country each year in different regions. And we also hold 3 youth camps every year where we train young people on how to do children's Bible clubs. So those are the biggest ministries that we have going. Of course, I'm still pastoring the church, and along with my wife and our 6 children, we serve in different ministries in the church.
You were mentioning before we started recording just a moment ago how excited you are to have some new missionaries come and join you. Why don't you tell our church family about that?
It's actually been miraculous. In 16 months, we've had 4 new missionaries come to work with us. One of those couples being Darren and Annalise Patrick. It's been a joy to have them working in our second church plant with a national co-pastor. The Patricks are praying about starting a new church in September. And so it's been very exciting to see God send forth new laborers, something we've been praying about for the whole time we've been here. Then God gave us a record enrollment in our Bible college. Just in the last several months, we've been able to put a roof on our dormitory expansion. We can double the size of our seminary now. We've got space for 85 students. And so we're excited about that.
As a mission field, how open is Nigeria and receptive to the gospel?
Nigeria has always been very open and receptive to the gospel. Security situation has gotten progressively worse while we've been here. I used to be able to drive and preach virtually anywhere in the country. Now, if I preach out, it's by flight that I'll reach a city. And we've got elections coming up. That always has the potential for violence and riots. So, but the Lord's kept us safe through 5 other elections, and we just believe that He's going to keep the place open for us to continue preaching the gospel.
Well, that's certainly something that we can pray with you about. And towards the end of our service, we always take some time for our missionary. Is there anything else that we can pray with you about as we go to the Lord in prayer towards the end of our service?
We've got a couple of pastors' conferences coming up within the next 6 or 8 weeks. Continue praying for just a good working relationship amongst the 6 missionaries that are working together. And, of course, for strength and wisdom for our family.
Well, thanks once again for being with us and giving us an update from the field. We'll be in prayer for you, Brother Holmes. Thanks again.
Definitely. Glad to be with you.